Hello, this is Martin Willis, and welcome to the Antique Auction Forum. So this is about this particular piece here, right here you see on the screen here. Now, I encourage anyone listening to the audio podcast to click over on the YouTube link. I'll also have some pictures in this. This is a short little podcast here, but I'm going to be talking today about a wonderful piece of American furniture. You know, a lot of people have said that brown furniture is dead over the years. Ever since 2008, there was a big downturn of all types of things happening when there was a bubble and everything changed. And brown furniture never came back. A lot of the antiques did come back, or some of them did, I should say, different markets. But brown furniture never really came back. But this is not, I wouldn't consider this brown furniture, this particular piece, because it's so much more than that. It's a masterpiece of craftsmanship. You can certainly see that in the beautiful grain in the wood, everything about it, block front base. Now, this is called a linen press, and back in the days of colonial America, I should say, the wealthy had these type of things. Garments and clothing and linen was all regarded as very high in fashion and well kept. So these used to be pressed basically and kept in good storage. So the upper section in this beautiful block front linen press is really unusual. Look at the graceful curves of the pediment in the center. Looking at other furniture, there is a wonderful piece in the MFA. And here it is up for comparison, the two. You see it has the same treatment in the top. So doing a little bit of research on that, this says this is a small group of furniture in Boston with a deeply curved pediment derived from Anglo-Dutch furniture. So that's really interesting. The piece on the left here was a clothes press that was made for Boston merchant Gilbert Du Bois. And around the time of his marriage, around 1749, that's when this was crafted. So very, very unusual top, and what a masterpiece. Look at those curved finials. Now, this piece was over in Newcastle, New Hampshire, so it escaped the Boston fire, where so many of these wonderful pieces were destroyed. So I talked to a good friend of mine who's I consider is the top antique dealer of fine American furniture in New Hampshire, Peter Sawyer. Now, he was involved in bidding for a client, and he told his client, this is your one chance to get a piece like this. This is not going to happen again. You know, there's only a handful of these things that are known, I believe 4 in all. So they went to the moon on this, but Peter, unfortunately, was the underbidder, which I consider is the most important person in the auction, besides the bidder, is the underbidder. So we're going to be showing you the auction through this video clip and how it started, and also a short conversation with the auctioneer, John McInnis, who has his auction gallery in Amesbury, Massachusetts. John and I go way back. His father and my father were friends and did business together. So John McInnis and I knew each other, and since we were teenagers going to auctions throughout the Portsmouth, New Hampshire region. So here is the piece, and we are going to be talking about it.
In the 1970s, we were hanging around Portsmouth, New Hampshire.
That's right.
Attending auctions as teenagers.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
So here we are.
A long, long journey, and a great one.
You're appraising stuff all over
Yep.
New England, and I'm selling stuff all over New
Yeah. And here's the thing. This piece right here,
This was...
brown furniture is not dead. Let's talk about this wonderful piece. Look at how this is crafted in the crest, so unusual
So
like
can
that.
I tell you a little story?
Yeah, please do. Yeah.
So, 4 years ago, I had to read an article, don't hold me to the year, in Yankee magazine about brown furniture being dead.
Yeah.
And I actually commented on that article, right? chimed in and said, brown furniture is not dead. I'm still selling brown furniture. I've always sold brown furniture. It's just corrected itself, just like the stock market corrects itself.
Yep.
People were getting greedy years ago, pushing furniture to go way over the limits for average pieces, average things. An average card table was bringing 10,000 that today you can buy for 1,000. This is the epitome of brown furniture, but it's the best of its best.
Yeah.
In Boston.
That makes all the difference.
50 is the Boston Linen Press. Came right out of a summer home up here in Newcastle, New Hampshire. We barely got it out because it was wedged right up against the ceiling in the house. That's why the tin nail was off. It's virtually untouched, and wish everybody luck bidding on it today. Only one person's going home with it. Only one person goes home with it. So let's start off the bidding. Open up quickly at $20,000. Get it going. $20,000 for the start. 20,000 for the start. 20,000. Thank you. Now 25. 20,000 to 25. 30,000.
Well, let's talk a little bit besides why it brought that money, but let's talk a little bit about Boston furniture. Boston had a major fire, and a lot of the beautiful furniture like this was lost.
Yeah.
So this is one of the survivors. Was this outside of Boston
It was
somewhere?
in New Hampshire, on
New Hampshire.
oceanfront, summer house up here just outside of Portsmouth.
And how far back were you able to trace it in the family?
It's always been in the family, but we didn't get into the lineage because it descended to different family members. So,
Yeah.
and this piece is so right, so untouched.
Yes.
That's what made it, is that it's never landed in the hands of a cabinet maker that it was in a fire or fell off a truck and it had to be restored.
Yeah.
Cabinet makers can ruin things because they,
Right.
for their own benefit, they repair things they didn't need to repair.
Yeah.
This has never seen a tool from another person that didn't make the piece.
30, 35,000, 35,000, 35, 35, 40,000, 45,000, 40,000 to 45,000, 40,000 to 45, 50,000, 55, you're at 50, right? Now looking for 60, 50 to 60,000, 60,000, 70,000, 70,000, and 80,000, 80,000, 80,000, 90,000, 90,000, 100,000.
Now let's talk about this.
Untouched.
Right, and the unusual secondary wood. Let's pull a drawer on this thing.
Well,
This first thing.
chestnut.
So it's chestnut, but it looks like oak. And the first thing I would think, if I pulled this drawer in a home, I would think, oh, this is Georgian. This is English.
Yeah, but this
You mean-
is American chestnut. It's got white pine secondaries.
Oh, it does have a pine as
Sometimes they
well.
were able to cut the wood in a cut and still get a quarter cut.
Yep.
Which resembled
This
our
is like right there. See the quarter cut? It's like the tiger.
So,
But
no, it's just fine.
and look at this is how the finish
My
looked at one
granddaughter
time.
loves this piece, by the way. If you just notice, she loves this piece.
Awesome. So, and this is a unusual treatment right up there. It's sort of like a pagoda type style. I don't know if that's what you call it, but
There's a name, but this drawer, the fact that it never fell, never dropped, never broke.
yeah, that's right.
It's as
Wow.
tender as a tender box.
And look how difficult this must have been made for joinery.
The whole thing
That's
is curved.
bowed.
It's
bowed.
curved,
Yep.
arched. It's unbelievable.
Can you imagine making those dovetails and make them work? I mean, with all those angles.
It's a very unusual piece of furniture, and that's why
Yeah.
people loved it.
Wonderful.
100,000, 110, 110 go 120,000, 130,000, 140, 140,000, 150, 160,000, 160,000, 170,000, 180,000, 180, 190, and now 200,000, 200,000, and 210, and 220,000, 220, and 230, and 240,000.
So I have to say, when you're representing someone and bidding at an auction, there's a lot of things that you wouldn't think of, but the person that's bidding, my friend Peter Sawyer, he's basically hired to go in and inspect this piece from top to bottom, make sure there's no, restorations, unknown restorations, or if there are, to basically call them out, what they are. But when you're bidding for a client, if you have a cutoff, this is what's important and why people do hire, someone to bid for them. Because if you're there in person and you're bidding for yourself, it becomes an emotional thing. I don't care how, you want to guard yourself. Some people are disciplined, but you have like a number that you want to go to, and you're going to bid higher than that number because you got this far. Why are you going to let go? But when you're bidding for a client, that's where the change is, because now all of a sudden, you have this hard line. Your client says, do not go over this number. And you're not going to go emotional with that. You're just going to stop wherever the client wants you to stop. And that is the case with my friend Peter. He stopped, and here we're going to play out the rest of this record sale of beautiful piece of American furniture.
240, 250, 260, 260, and 270, and 280,000, 280,000, and 290, and 300,000, and 300,000, 310,000, 320,000, 320, 330, 340, 340, 350, 360. I was wrong, Sam. 360, 370, 380,000, 390, 400, 410, 400,000 to 410, 400,000 to 410,000. Last and final call. 410,000, 410,000, and close.
Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time.